Well, hello everyone, welcome back to CRL Tier 4 here. We are here for round 10 of the championship at the Hungary ring today. I am Team Leroy, and unfortunately I am alone today. Scotty Freefall is busy, so it will just be me here tonight, but that won't get in the way of the action. We have a full grid as per usual. Here around the difficult Hungary ring circuit, I like to refer to it as Monaco, but the wall is a little bit further back. Very difficult to overtake, so qualifying will be very important in this one. As you will see here, I wasn't here last week, so they'll run you through the results. SGFC, of course he did, taking another win. Mark Wilson in second. Victor Mean continuing his impressive form in third. IR Marshall in fourth. Murphy in fifth. Uban in sixth. Scooter Cam in eighth. Hasbunga in... Scooter Cam in seventh. Hasbunga in eighth. Currently in ninth. Topher in 10th, Rob in 11th, and then the Mighty Atom rounding out the points positions in P12. As for your championship standings, I will get them up now. As we see, Tomo Tip Top is the first person to come out of the pits. So I was talking about a full grid of 16 drivers, not a full grid, but still. In terms of the driver standings, give me a second, I'll get them up for you now. HFC leads the way on 189 points. 50 points behind is Mark Wilson on 139. Then only 6 points behind him, it's Victor Mean, who has had an impressive run of form recently. AFL in P4 on 120 points. IR Marshall in P5 on 106. Wuban on 94 in 7th. Topher in 7th and 68. Trunders in 8th and 67. Currently on 65 and 9th, and then rounding your top 10 in the championship is Scooter Cam on 49 points. Yeah, we are here for Hungary, a very different track to where we were last week at Kota. Obviously, Kota has lots of straights. Hungary only has really the main straights. They're going to be into turn 1 will be your main spot overtaken. A difficult track to get right. You have the tricky turn 4, the tricky middle sector. Like turn 5, you touch that curb, you're spinning the chicane. Mounting those curbs to much you're going to go round. But Tomo tipped up in the Alfa Romeo. Will be the first one that's starting up, so as he rounds the final corner here, we'll go on board with him. Coming down into turn 1, it looks overcast. It might rain, it might not be. I'm not sure that is an Alfa Romeo or Spider Rob starting this lap very close behind him. Come to it, braking at the curb into turn 1. In the second gear, again, close to the apex you can, on the power early, now down into turn 2. Braking at just before the 50 into turn 2 now. Staying to the inside. Yeah, it does that nicely. Now through turn 3, you want to hug the curb a little bit. We're not wide in turn 4. You want to use the curb on the inside or use the curb on the outside. It goes through nicely. Now turn 5, you want to avoid the inside curb or through in 4th gear. He does that nicely as well. Slows down a little bit, but that's just, it's his first lap, so it's okay. Into the chicane in turn 5 and turn 6. Does that nicely. It's almost tipped up into the tricky middle section now, where you won't see much overtaking. This whole middle part of the track, you won't see overtaking. It's all about just, it'll be a big tyres game, because tyres do overheat quite a lot on there. Now through the tricky final set here, I think that was a Ferrari who spun around. I'm not sure if that was, it wasn't Iron, it was Topher on his outlap on the mediums. That okay, but Thomas tipped up, coming around the final few corners. Around the final corner now will be the first lap of the day. Always loses the back end. This will not only affect him, it will affect the Spider Rob as well. Up to the line for Thomas tipped up. It is a 1:19.1. Spider Rob beats it by 5 tenths with a 1:18.6. Next up is an Alfa Romeo of SGFC. He goes instantly top by 1.2 seconds. Fair play to him. Next up is Murph on a 17.9. Mark Wilson on a 17.5. Of the closest in the standings too, SGFC. So I'd be hoping to close the gap on him. Currently coming around the final corner for him, what would be in the other Red Bull? It would be a 1:18.5, which puts him P4 at the moment. Next up is the other McLaren of AFL, currently 4th in the standings. He's actually starting on a number of things, so next up will be the Maverick and the Williams. Round in the final corner. Maverick up to the line, it would be a 1:20.0. So last of the times at the moment, but it's only everyone's first lap, so it's okay. Marshall with a 1:17.7 up in the P3. But yeah, SFC setting the early pace, the very early pace, so I wouldn't get too much into it. But Topher on the mediums. I think he might have backed off. Yeah, he has backed off. So next on the second lap, I think. Actually, everyone's on their in laps, I do believe. First one's done, I believe. Unless Tover's still on lap. I'm not sure if he is or not. He's not driving like he is, so I don't think so. Oh, he is, okay. Watch Topher going in the final corner. It's only a meter moon. So it's not the end of the road that this lap isn't great, because the difference in the tyres around here when you have all that middle sector is AFL. Okay, so he was going for another push out. I actually didn't catch him there, but he spun coming out of turn 8, I think. Probably going wide in the curb, losing traction, then going into the wall there. He's going off again, the traction. Maybe he was just getting out of the way of the fry, I'm not too sure. Either way, he did so. Tomo tipped up will go again. Watch him now. In the other Alfa Romeo. Obviously his teammate in the standings, Tomo tipped up. Not had the best of seasons, but then he's been up there. He's got unlucky quite a few times, so hopefully he can put that right tonight. But apologies if I don't have the same enthusiasm as Scott. I mean, there's a reason I'm the co-commentator, but I will try my best. Obviously, not having him here is unfortunately, but he should be back next week, so don't worry. Tomo tipped up. Oh, he spun it. Coming through turn 4, he's clipped the wall on the inside. I think that he might have a little bit of damage, but thankfully the car, he's not retired the car, he's all okay. Next up, I think Ben's on the lap, so yeah, the Alpha Tower he is. Had decent patch form recently. I actually can't remember his results, but all I can remember is like he's had good pace recently, so hopefully he can continue that again. Coming through and out of the first sector. Not bad, it was nice and tidy from Ben. Through turn 4, using the inside curve, he does that very nicely, carrying a good speed through there, now into turn 4. Drifting out wide. It's been a good lot so far from Ben. Coming through the chicane now of turn 5 and 6. He goes in a bit deep on the first one, but recovers it, and then goes a bit wide to here, but that's okay because you can cut back and then get the apex here. Yeah, nice from Ben. Coming now into the tricky right-hander, which can also spin you if you go too much in the inside curve. But Ben's driving also right into now the final sector, breaking the 50. Get the inside curve there nicely from him. Now here, it can be tricky. If you run no ABS, you're not come there very easy, because obviously the little downhill before makes it difficult. But Ben, around the final corner, his first lap of the day, it would be a good lap, it looks like. Around the final corner, it would be would it be 117? It will be 117.7 P4 for Ben, very good lap from him. There, next up is Wuban in the Haas. He might invalidate his first lap because it seems like he has run out. He doesn't have much ERS. Victor Mean will watch him after we watch Wuban. Coming through turn 5, the Haas. Started off the season in P2 for a while, but then had a few bad races, but still P6 in the standings, still doing well for himself. In the Haas, the only Haas tonight, yes, the only Haas tonight. But Wuban coming through the middle sector. He's actually on par with Ben's down, so Wuban could be on for a pretty decent lap here. And coming down to the final sector. Final sector is really 3 corners. No, it is 3 corners, but to the final corner here, you want to go. You either want to go in tight and then go on extra, or you want to go in wide and get a better extra. We went up to the line. 117.5 puts him P2. That's a very good lap from him there. We went up in the second. Victor Mean didn't validate, so that's his first lap done. I reckon he'll be out again soon. Anyone on a lap who we should be looking out for at the moment? Rob's on a lap, sorry. Coming through the middle sector now. Spider Rob. Is he up on his time? He is by nearly 2/10 of a second, which would take him up at the moment into P8 ahead currently, but if he improves enough, could take him ahead of Shortcoming 7. There seems to be, you have the 6 in the 117s and you have the rest of the guys. Obviously still 4 people not on lap. AFL, Mean Man Moody, Ghost Angel 1 and Victor Mean. Rob up to the line. It would be a, can he join the 17? Could be, can't. He goes P7 with a 118.1, so not a bad lap at all from him. Victor Mean's going for it again, although I'm not sure in terms of his ERS levels, but we'll watch him going through the chicane. Takes that nicely enough, and now through the tight and twisty section, where you can win and lose a lap here, because it's very easy to go wide and validate, lose time, because going wide here does lose you a lot of time, because you have to lift off, because traction is not nice on the outside of this track, but at the moment he's on around the same delta as Spider Rob was, so we'll see what he can do. Coming through the final penultimate corner, sorry, now. Now we're in the final corner, and now which one does he take? Does he go wide in? No, he goes tight to the apex. Good line from Nails. Murphy goes fastest. That's a very good out from you, Murph. A 117.2, which puts him on pole position at the moment. Murphy, coming out of nowhere, I didn't even realise he was on the laps. Sorry about that. He goes up and is now up into P1 with a 17.2, a very good lap from him. Mark Wilson went wide in the penultimate corner. I just seen as Marshall has spawned. That's, I don't know what happened there. Okay, he could have easily went wide and tried to. I'm actually not too sure. That's like, he's very far down. Victor Mean went 7 with that one, by the way. But yeah, he was very far down. I'm not sure what happened. Mark Wilson didn't improve. SGFC is about to start on the lap. Who's on the lap? Let's see. Tomo, is he on the lap? He is. He's 4 tenths up. 4 tenths would keep him on his in B12, but we'll see if we can find more time through the final sector of the lap. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any rain in qualifying. It doesn't seem like it, but he makes a mistake in there. I think he's lost all his time. Yeah, he has. He backed off. Tolfer on the soft set now. Looking to improve on that medium time on 120.2. At the moment, he is the slowest of people who have set him up, but he's definitely improving at the moment. Around the final corner for Tolfer. Up to the line, it would be a 118.8, which sees him into P12 ahead of Tomo Tip Top and me man Rudy. SGFC though, watch him, he's on the lap. Or is anyone else on the lap ahead of him? No, we'll watch SGFC. To the first sector, he is now 2 tenths up already, Jesus. At the moment that will put him P1 because he'll be on for a 0.1 at the moment. We'll see what he can do. Through turn 5. Excellent from him. Into the chicane now of turn 6 and turn 7. I've been calling it turn 5 and turn 6 the whole time. My bad. Now to the time to this section of the middle sector of the lap. He just takes it so nicely. He's not trying to out of one corner for. He's just slow and fast to hold him. Oh, but never mind. That is commentator's curse right there, folks. He is spun and is ruining his lap. His lap was very good, so it's a shame he's ruined it. But watch BX37 Pro. Sorry, he's on a lap going to the chicane. At the moment on a 0.7, which currently has on P6. He did make a few, not massive mistakes, but he definitely went wide a few corners, and through here was a few of them. So let's see what we can do. Through now. Is he up on his time? He is by 4 tenths nearly. Ben looking set to go at the moment. P2 if he can keep this pace up. Round the final corner, no, penultimate corner. I keep him calling the final corner for some reason. Round the penultimate corner for Ben. Now into the final corner for the AlphaTauri. What can you do? Will it be pole position? Will it be pole position? Yes, it is. He set to 0.2, but he is only around 30 hundredths ahead of Murphy there in P2. But a top 2, I wouldn't have put my money in coming into this, but both empty showing face. Obviously, SFC can still set better laps at the moment. He is out of ERS, but he's still nearly 2 tenths up on his lap. But I'm paying attention to this because I have a feeling that is Mark Wilson on the lap. I want to watch Mark Wilson because he's ahead of him. But Mark Wilson is on the lap. He's up by 3 tenths. Okay, if he keeps his pace up, he'll be getting pole. And considering like the ERS he has, he can definitely go faster on his lap at the moment.